Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well. My name is Vinita and today we will be discussing questions based on calculus. Also, I want to introduce my test series which is running on my application. The link for this test series you can find in the description. इसमें एक लेक्चर मिलेगा आपको जिसमें मैंने सारी इसकी जो डिटेल्स है वो डिस्कस करी हुई हैं. There will be 30 tests in this test series and there in total 20 tests subject wise plus section wise and full length test will be 10. Paper 1 and paper 2 both are included in it. It includes evaluation plus solution copies and also the feedbacks so that you can improve your presentation skills or answer writing skills. आज के जो क्वेश्चंस है हमारे वो इन टॉपिक्स पर बेस्ड है. कॉन्टिन्यूटी, ट्रिपल इंटेग्रल, बेसिक क्वेश्चन, एक्सट्रीमा फॉर टू वेरिएबल्स and definite integral. These are very important topics asked in paper 1 as well as in real analysis paper 2. Level जो रहेगा वो easy to moderate रहेगा. In my further videos, I'll keep on telling you the level of the questions which I have included in this session. Alright, let's take the very first question. इसमें क्या पूछ रहा है? Find the points where this given function is continuous. You know that this is a two variable function and you know continuity का क्या मतलब होता है? When I say that a function is continuous at a certain point, then it means limit x comma y approaching to a comma b, value of this limit is equal to value of the function at a comma b. Then we can say that the function is continuous at that point. Now फंक्शन का जो वैल्यू है यहाँ पर ज़ीरो है, हम ज़ीरो ज़ीरो पर चेक कर लेते हैं. वैसे भी इन जनरल आपको यहाँ पर फंक्शन को असेस करना होगा. सो इफ़ आई टेक मॉड ऑफ एफ एक्स वाई, इफ़ आई टेक मॉड ऑफ एफ एक्स वाई, आई कैन राइट इट एज एक्स स्क्वायर साइन स्क्वायर वाई, एक्स स्क्वायर साइन स्क्वायर वाई डिवाइडेड बाई एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस टू वाई स्क्वायर, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस टू वाई स्क्वायर. And you know that mod of sin y is less than or equal to y. Mod of sin y is less than equal to y. Also there is an inequality that mod of x square plus 2y square is always greater than under root x square into 2y square. That means mod of a plus b is basically greater than or equal to under root a into b. So we will use this inequality in this question. These two inequalities, so I can say that this is less than equal to mod x square y square divided by under root 2 into x square into y square, because see this is greater than or equal to this. So if I take the reciprocal on both the sides तो inequality change हो जाएगी. If I take the reciprocal, so under root 2x square y square and I inserted this into this. Okay, so it implies mod fxy x comma y is less than or equal to modulus x square into y square divided by under root 2 x into y. So x into x got cancelled out, ये कट गया and I'm left with 1 by under root 2 mod x mod y, mod x mod y. Now you can, if we take limit x comma y approaching to 0 comma 0 mod fxy, then I can say that is similar to limit x comma y approaching to 0 comma 0 1 by under root 2 mod x mod y. So this is equal to 0. So it implies limit x comma y approaching to 0 comma 0 fxy is equal to 0, which is clearly equal to f00, which is clearly equal to f00. So it implies fxy is continuous at 0 comma 0, is continuous at 0 comma 0. That's it. Now the point is we can only check the continuity at 0 comma 0. Reason being we do not know the value of f at some other point. We do not know the value of f at some other point. I only know f00 and continuity की definition कहती है that this limit should be equal to the value of the function at that point. So हमें बाकी points पर तो value पता ही नहीं है. So we can only check at 0 comma 0. अब यहाँ से epsilon delta से भी proceed कर सकते थे, right? So there is other method as well. So यहाँ से I can write it as mod fxy is less than or equal to 1 by under root 2 mod x into mod y. Now you know that epsilon delta definition says कि mod fxy should be less than epsilon for x minus 0 less than delta, y minus 0 less than delta. If I'm taking 0 0 to be my point, so it implies अगर mod x less than delta है, mod y less than delta है, मुझे delta और epsilon के बीच एक relation चाहिए है. So it implies mod x into mod y is less than delta square. So it implies mod x into mod y by root 2 is less than delta square by root 2. Now I need it to be equal to epsilon. Why I'm saying so? Because जब ये epsilon के equal होगा ना तो ही मैं यहाँ पर less than epsilon बोल सकती हूँ. Because this is less than delta square by root 2. So you take delta square by root 2 to be equal to epsilon and you will get a relation between delta and epsilon there. Epsilon root 2. So it implies delta is equal to under root epsilon root 2. So for this delta, for this particular delta, so choosing delta equal to epsilon root 2 to the power 1 by 2. We can say that mod of fxy is less than equal to 1 by root 2 mod x mod y, and which is equal to less than epsilon. So you can say that fxy is less than epsilon. So we can say that it implies mod fxy is less than epsilon for x less than delta and for y less than delta. So it implies fxy approaches to 0. That is equal to value of the function at 0 0. And here the question is done. Alright, so first question is done. You have noted it. Now next question. Next question says that D is a region which is bounded by x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, z is equal to 0 and z is equal to this surface. See, this is a basic triple integral question, the very basic type triple integration. So here what do you need to do? Z की जो lower limit है वो 0 है. This is the lower limit of Z. Lower limit. And this surface will be the upper limit of Z because this is a plane. So अगर आप Z is equal to this draw करोगे तो it will be some plane in the space. Right everyone? So 0 will be the lower limit. 0 से हम इस plane तक जा रहे हैं. So this plane will be the upper limit. So Z is varying from 0 to Z is equal to 2x plus 4y minus 4. Now in order to assess ये जो x is equal to 2 है ना and y is equal to 1 है, you have to use these along with z is equal to 0. So you put z is equal to 0 here. Now in order to find region in xy plane, you need to take z to be 0. Take z is equal to 0 because in xy plane z is 0. So if you take z is equal to 0, then it implies 2x plus 4y minus 4 is 0. Minus 4 is equal to 0. So it implies 2x plus 4y is equal to 4. So it implies x plus 2y is equal to 2. So we basically have xy plane में जो मेरे पास region है. Now in order to evaluate the region in xy plane, we are given that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So if we draw this rectangle, x is equal to 2 and y, this is the x is equal to 2 line, this is y is equal to 1 line. So over this rectangle you can simply take x is varying from 0 to 2 or y is varying from 0 to 1. X is varying from 0 to 2 and y is varying from 0 to 1. बस तो फिर आप इवेल्युएट कर दो. सो ट्रिपल इंटेग्रल dx dy dz is equal to double integral over xy plane and z is varying from 0 to 2x plus 4y minus 4 4y minus 4 dz and then dx dy in xy plane. ओके, सो ये आ जाएगा डबल इंटेग्रल ओवर एक्स वाई प्लेन एंड इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ जेड इज डी जेड इज नथिंग बट जेड, और जब आप लिमिट पुट करोगे जेड फ्रॉम 0 to 2x plus 4y minus 4 and dx dy दिस इज इक्वल टू डबल इंटेग्रल, ये आ जाएगा 2x plus 4y minus 4y minus 4 dx dy. Limits of x are from 0 to 2, limits of y are from 0 to 1. So you can simply say integral y from 0 to 1, it will be x square plus 4xy minus 4x and 0 to 2 is the limit dy. Okay, so this is equal to integration y from 0 to 1, ये आएगा 4 plus 8y minus 8 dy. Okay, now integrate with respect to y, so ये आ जाएगा minus 4y plus 4y square y from 0 to 1. So इसका आंसर आएगा minus 4 plus 4 and the value of it is 0. 0 is the answer here. आप एक चीज़ इसमें ये भी कर सकते थे, I mean to say since x plus 2y was equal to 2, x plus 2y was equal to 2, right? So अगर हम इसको भी include करें, if I include this straight line as well and x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, so our region in xy plane will be, this is x plus 2y is equal to 2 line, this point is 2 comma 0 and this point is 0 comma 1. Now this line is x is equal to 2 and this line is y is equal to 1. So if we basically like shift, if we fix one variable and vary the other variable, तो let's suppose मैं y को fix करती हूँ, y को हम fix करते हैं तो x की लिमिट हॉरिजॉन्टल स्ट्रिप के थ्रू पता करी जाएगी, है ना. सो इन द फर्स्ट देयर विल बी टू रीजन्स हियर, r1 and r2 are the two regions here. So along r1 limit of x will be from 0 to the straight line, that is 2 minus 2y, right everyone, 0 to 2 minus 2y. And in the second region x की लिमिट होगी from the straight line to the 2x is equal to 2, so 2 minus 2y to 2. एंड y की लिमिट थ्रू आउट क्या रहेगी, 0 to 1 रहेगी, y की लिमिट थ्रू आउट 0 to 1 रहेगी. तो जब आप इंटीग्रेट करोगे ना, राइट, तो अपना जैसे क्या आया था, z को जब हमने पुट किया था इट वॉज 2x प्लस 4y माइनस 4, सो 2x प्लस 4y माइनस 4 एंड dx dy. तो जब आप रीज़न 1 एंड रीज़न 2 का इंटीग्रेशन लोगे तो अल्टीमेटली यू कैन सी हियर y तो फिक्स है फ्रॉम 0 to 1 और x एक बार 0 to 2 minus 2y है एंड देन अगेन इट इज़ फ्रॉम 2 minus 2y to 2, 2 minus 2y to 2. तो ये दोनों कंबाइन होकर मुझे x फ्रॉम 0 to 2 ही दे देंगे, x फ्रॉम 0 to 2 ओनली. तो ये कंफ्यूज मत होना कि मैंने इस स्ट्रेट लाइन को क्यों इंक्लूड नहीं किया इन अवर रीज़न, because even if you include that straight line, even if you include the straight line x plus 2y is equal to 2, then also you will get the same limit as x from 0 to 2 and y from 0 to 1. All clear to all of you? Now this is our next question. You have to find and classify the critical points of this particular function. This is a two variable function and two variable function stationary points satisfy these two conditions simultaneously. That is the partial derivative with respect to x is 0, partial derivative with respect to y is 0. So fx को 0 करेंगे तो आपको मिलेगा 2x plus 4y plus 4 is equal to 0. And if I put fy is equal to 0, then I'll get 4x plus 4y minus 8 is equal to 0. We have to combine these two क्योंकि यहाँ से तो मुझे कोई points नहीं मिले हैं. This cannot be simplified further. This cannot be simplified further, right? So I'll do one thing, fx minus fy is equal to 0 कर देते हैं. So I'll get minus 2x plus 12 is equal to 0. So from here I'll get x is equal to 6. इसको किसी भी इक्वेशन में पुट कर दो, you will get y. So first इक्वेशन में मैं पुट कर देती हूँ 12 plus 4y plus 4 is equal to 0. So I'll get y is equal to minus 4 here. So my stationary point is 6 comma minus 4. 6 comma minus 4 is the stationary point. Now इन टू वेरिएबल फंक्शन हमें एक डी फाइंड करना रहता है विच इज़ एफ एक्स एक्स इंटू एफ वाई वाई माइनस एफ एक्स वाई स्क्वायर minus fxy square. Now what is fxx? This is equal to 2. What is fyy? It is equal to 4. And what is fxy? Fx with respect to y, this is equal to 4. So यहाँ पुट करेंगे तीनों को. So 2 into 4 minus 4 square. So it is equal to 8 minus 16 which is clearly less than 0. So it implies जो stationary point मुझे मिला है at 6 comma minus 4 my d is less than 0. So it implies yes 6 comma minus 4 is a point of extrema. Is a point of extrema. अब ये maxima का point है या minima का point है उसके लिए हमें क्या check करना पड़ेगा? We have to check the sign of fxx and we have to check the sign of fxx and fyy. You know that agar fxx fyy both are less than 0, it implies we have maxima at that point. And if fxx comma fyy both are greater than 0, then we can say that that is a point of minima, and before that my d should be less than 0 at that point, okay. So this is the whole scenario in case of two variable function. ठीक है, तो yes it is a point of extrema. Now since fx x which is equal to 2 it is greater than 0, fyy which is equal to 4 it is greater than 0, both are greater than 0. So it implies 6 comma minus 4 is a point of minima. It is a point of minima. Now this is our next question. It belongs to definite integral, and 0 to pi we have to use definite integral properties here. 0 to pi x 10x by secant x plus 10x. First of all let's convert it into sine and cos. So 0 to pi x, it is sine x by cos x divided by 1 by cos x plus sine x by cos x dx. So we will get this is equal to 0 to pi x sin x divided by 1 plus sin x dx. Now whenever you see such a question where the limit is from 0 to pi and inside there is sin x, so what you can do is you can use the property of the property of definite integral कि you can change x to pi minus x. You can change x to pi minus x, our integration will remain the same. That is the property of the definite integral. So if I change 0 to pi, इसको मैं pi minus x अगर मैं रख देती हूँ pi minus x into sin pi minus x divided by 1 plus sin pi minus x, and this is equal to 0 to pi pi minus x. Sin pi minus x is nothing but sin x divided by 1 plus sin x dx. See, this is the property of the definite integral, that 0 to a fx dx can simply be written as 0 to a f of a minus x dx. These two remain the same. So using that property I have proceeded it. So I is equal to 0 to pi. This is pi sin x divided by 1 plus sin x dx. 1 plus sin x dx minus 0 to pi. This is x sin x by 1 plus sin x dx by 1 plus sin x dx. Now you can clearly see that this is nothing but our I. This is same as our I. So we can say that I is equal to 0 to pi sin x divided by 1 plus sin x divided by 1 plus sin x dx, and minus this is my I only. So it implies 2i is equal to 0 to pi into 0 to pi. Sin x can be written as sin x plus 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus sin x dx. So this is equal to pi 0 to pi 1 minus 1 by 1 plus sin x dx, 1 plus sin x dx, and now this is done. Then so now we can change it. I mean 1 plus sin x का तो हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, but I can change it into cos x ना, because 1 plus cos x is equal to 2 cos square x by 2. So in order to do that I change the limit here. 0 to pi by 2 लिमिट कर दो, 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. So 0 to pi by 2 dx by 1 plus sin x, and on the left hand side or the right hand side we had 2i, on the other side we had 2i. So 2i is equal to pi square minus 2 pi 0 to pi by 2 1 plus sin x को चेंज कर दिया pi by 2 minus x by the same property a minus x वाला. Now this is nothing but cos x, तो मैंने यहाँ cos x प्लेस कर दिया. Now 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2, so इसे प्लेस किया. Now this is 1 by 2 secant square x by 2, और secant square का इंटीग्रेशन होता है 10x, so इसका इंटीग्रेशन हो गया 10x by 2 divided by 1 by 2. Limit is from 0 to pi by 2 and this is 2 pi into 1 by 2 as it is रख दिया. 2 से 2 got cancelled out. Putting the limits we will have pi square minus 2 pi and this is the value of 2i है ना. 2i का वैल्यू है ये, मुझे चाहिए i का वैल्यू. सो आई डिवाइड दिस एंटायर एक्सप्रेशन बाई 2. पाई स्क्वायर माइनस 2 पाई को 2 से डिवाइड कर दो, सो वी विल हैव दिस आंसर. सो दिस इज इट. टुडे वी डिस्कस्ड ऑल दीज क्वेश्चंस. In the next session, we will be taking some difficult questions from analytic or calculus. Let me decide which subject we will be taking. Hopefully it was a good session. Let me know in the comment section and we'll meet in the another session. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye everyone. Take care.